Hey, what's up gamers? It's me, Hood of the Gamer. Welcome back to another Sims 4 video, and today we're doing more of the OC uh, people thing. But anyways, today we're going to be doing Evan Wolfshire. Yes, he's a werewolf, but of course he doesn't have the ears or tail, because I don't have that pack. So you're just going to have to deal with his human form. But anyways, let's start with his story. Now, Evan Wolfshire is the middle child of a wealthy family in a pact. He has he has four siblings, one older brother and one older sister, and one younger brother and one younger sister. Yes, that's kind of weird, and he's the middle of all of them, so. But yeah, he usually hangs out with his older siblings other than his younger siblings because his younger siblings, well, his oldest sibling's named Cody Wolfshire. Then his older sister is named uh what was her? Sabrina Wolfshire. The youngest two are named George Wolfshire and Mimi Wolfshire. Mimi is the child of, yeah, the baby of the family, so people don't take her seriously. George is the snobby kind of kid, because he usually gets his way. Sabrina is like the confident one, and for being the second oldest, and the oldest is the most confident, snobby, and kind of childish out of all of them. So in a way, the oldest is exactly like the other three, and Evan is nothing like them. He is completely different. He is the kind one out of all of them. Like he's nicer to more strangers than anyone. Of course, most of those strangers become food if they're not wolves. If they're from other packs, like packs of wolves, then yeah, they just basically hang out, and he doesn't like that. That he eats anyone that's not really a wolf. Except one day, he heard from his father that there were two strangers coming into around their home, and he said they are not werewolves. They're humans. One smells like a magic user, must be a witch. Witches and werewolves always had like a a war between each other. They've never liked each other once. But Evan's about to change that. But first of all, so there was just one random human, but with this weird scent that they couldn't figure it out. And then they knew the other one was a witch. So they had to capture that witch so they can try to keep her hostage till the other witches come to save her. Little do they know, the witches kicked her out, but they don't know that yet. They went to go meet the two strangers, but when they got there, they had to first get the witch alone away from the human. So what they did was they knocked out the human and they took the witch to their home. Put her in a cage so everyone could see who she really is. The wolves ask her, "What's your name?" with a slow, growling voice. She said, "My name's Yuki Cohen. Just let me go. I'm just on my way with one of my friends. His name is Levi." But they didn't listen to what she had to say. They just wanted to get ransom, like more money so they can get more food and stuff. Or they could eat all the witches in one go, while also taking the money. Yuki said, why do you want, what do you want from me?" They're like, "Ransom. We want money." She's like, "I don't have any money. Not from you. From your coven." She said, "But my coven, they kicked me from my home. I'm not allowed to go back." And then the wolves got more and more angry as she kept saying the coven just kicked her out and she was all alone. So they decided by evening that they would be eating her. She was so scared, but she had to think of something before it was too late. So when all the wolves were getting ready to prepare to make dinner, Evan, on the other hand, came up to the witch because he seemed peculiar about her. He asked her, "What was your name again?" And she said, "Yuki." He said, "Well, Yuki, are you, how do you feel?" And she said, "Scared. I just want to leave. I don't want to be here. I'm just exploring with my friends so he can go find his mother. I'm not, and at least I can go try to find my brother while he looks for his mother." Evan said, "What's your brother's name?" She never told anyone about her brother because nobody's asked about her brother. But she said, "My brother's name is Zane. He left our coven like years ago when I was just around like 14 years old." He asked, "How old are you?" She said, "I'm 18 now. It has been 4 years since I last saw my brother." "How old's your brother?" "Last time I saw him, he was 18, so it means he's probably 22 by now. But I forgot when his birthday was, so he could be 23. Evan was intrigued by what she had to say, and now he was regretting all this that was going on. It's either he lets her go and betrays the family, or he keeps her in that cage and stays with his family while she dies. Then he heard something in the woods. It sounded like footsteps. He said, "Are you alone?" She said, "No, I told you I was traveling with someone." Then he smelled. Then he took a whiff of the air. He's like, "Was your friend by any chance human?" She said, "Yes, but he's peculiar. He's something more than just human." He's like, "I can sense that. So your friend's still alive." She's like, "Oh my god, he is? Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was going to be alone for sure." So Evan decided he wanted to help her escape. So he he didn't grab the keys, he picklocked it because people would be suspicious of where the keys went when they were going to go free her. So he let her out and they started making their way to the front door to meet up with Levi. Got there. Levi was standing at the front door and he saw him. Levi said, "Yuki!" And Evan said, "Shh, quiet down." And Levi says, "What's going on?" And Evan says back to him, "I'm letting you guys go. I don't want you guys to die, and I want you guys to go find your family." And Yuki's like, "But what about you?" And he said, "People won't know it's me unless they see me with you guys. So I'm just letting you guys go." But Yuki wanted him to come with because she knew he would be an outcast, just like her. Evan was hesitant, but then he heard his father howl and then saying, "Where is she?" Evan said, "You gotta go." And Yuki said, "Not without you." But he nodded or shook his head. He said, "Leave before it's too late." But it was already too late because his younger brother George said, "She's over here with Evan, and it seems like they're escaping." The, Evan's father said, "Stop her." But he screamed, "No." And his father stopped in his tracks. Same with everyone else in the pack. his mother, who was kind of like a fragile lady, said, "What's wrong, dear? What's going on?" He said, "I want her to leave. I don't want her to stay and die here." His father and his older brother said, "Why?" "'Cause they're looking for their family, and I don't want them to get separated from their family too much longer, so I need to let them escape before it's too late." His older sister said, "But, but are, but you're going to be an outcast if you go with them." He never said he was going to go with them, but his older sister always knew what he was thinking. He said, "Can I go?" His family was hesitant. His sister obviously her little brother to go, but everyone else didn't want him to leave. His father said, "If you do this, you're never allowed to come back." Evan's sister, Sabrina, was like, "But that's unfair. He's trying to protect his now new friends. We can't let him stay here forever." The father said, He's too young." The sister said, "But he's 20. He can be old enough to leave whenever he wants." The father was hesitant, but he said, "Fine, you can come back whenever you want. But after that, or you can leave whenever you want. But after that, you can come home. But there's going to be some changes around here, specifically around you." Evan said, "Fine. As long as these two escape, I don't care." His father let him leave with his two new friends, and then that's when Evan's adventure began. So yeah, that's the end of Evan's story, leaving with both Levi and Yuki. But of course, his family didn't want him to leave, and now, since he left, his father is not happy. Neither is the rest of the family, but Sabrina was always like, "You need to leave sooner or later," and she chose sooner for him. Sabrina was never afraid of the father, so she always knew she could stand up to him, but everyone else couldn't. Even though she might not be the next leader of the pact, she will one day become one of the greatest leaders. But anyways, Evan is now leaving to his next adventure, and he'll go through danger with those two by his side. But anyways, please leave a like, and please comment if you would like. I'm not forcing you, but now, as I usually say, please subscribe, and it'd be much appreciated. But anyways, hope to see you guys in the future. Bye.